So I was telling one-sided, two-sided error. If after the error, okay, if the trial balance is matching, it is called double-sided error. If after the error, trial balance is not matching, it is called one-sided error. Okay. Now, whenever no matter what the error is, error of principal or commission or omission, first thing that you have to think about is whether it is a one-sided error or two-sided error. Now, let's start doing this from now. First, error of principal. Aita, purchase of furniture, you have expensed it off. Okay, now that is an error of principle, which is okay. Before going to rectification, you have to make this classification. Is it one-sided error or two-sided error? One-sided, huh? How? See, the thing is, even after making the error, trial balance should match. That is the criteria. Now, when you purchase a furniture, the correct entry should have been furniture account debit to cash, say 5,000, 5,000. You would have done what? Furniture expense account debit to cash, 5,000, 5,000. Now, this will get posted in trial balance. Furniture expense account balance, 5,000. Cash account, credit, 5,000. So, is the trial balance matching? Yeah, debit. So what you have to see is debit equal to credit? Yes, it is equal. That means it's a two-sided error. That means trial balance also still tallying, but still there is an error. So what you have to do is, how to find out whether it's a single-sided error or double-sided error is, consider the entry that you have passed in the case of error. And in that entry, if debit is equal to credit, then it is double-sided error. Clear? Some other thing, for example, I'll tell you one more error, okay? Sales of 5,000 is considered as 15,000. Aita? Sales happened only for 5,000, but you have considered it as 15,000 by mistake. One extra one has come. It's a one-sided error or two-sided error? So what will be the entry that you would have passed? Debtors account to sales account, 15,000, 15,000. That means both debit and credit is equal. That means it's a two-sided error. Clear? See, error has still happened and trial balance is still matching. That's why earlier I told, if trial balance is matching, that doesn't mean we have done the account 100% correctly. In spite of trial balance tallying, we can have errors. Correct? Your focus should be on, bifurcating it to whether it's one-sided or two-sided. Okay. What you have to do is pass the wrong entry. Think about the wrong entry. In the wrong entry, if debit is equal to credit, it's a two-sided error. If not, it is a one-sided error. Clear? I'll come there. Now, no. I don't know, man. Cough from yesterday. Now let's come back to different types of errors. The first one was error of principle. In error of principle, what has happened? Only your accounting principle is wrong. But is debit equal to credit every time? Yes. So 100% of the times, okay, principle of error will be two-sided, double-sided. Every time, whenever there is an error of principle, it will be double-sided. Because what has happened in principal error? Only your principle is wrong. But debit is equal to credit every time. No doubt about it. Maybe instead of expense, you would have debited asset. Maybe instead of asset, you would have debited expense. So something would have happened. But is debit equal to credit? Yes. So error of principle is always double-sided error. Always. No matter what. Okay. It is always double-sided error. Let's come to the next kind of error. What is next kind of error? Error of omission. What is error of omission? There is a transaction which has happened and you have omitted to record it only. First kind. Second, you have recorded it, but you have forgotten to post it in the ledger. Two things. What are error of omission? One, you forgot to record only. Second, you have recorded, but you forgot to post it to ledger. These are error of omission. Now tell me, now let's take example. There is some credit sale happened of 15,000 rupees. You have not recorded only. Zero, no entry only. Now tell me, is it a single-sided error, double-sided error? Why double-sided error? it is still debit is equal to credit because 0 0 no entry, no 0 is equal to 0. So error of omission is also always double sided error. Correct? Clear? Done. We are done with error of omission. Third kind of error, error of commission. Now what is error of commission? Error of commission andre silly errors. While you are doing accounts, no silly things, silly mistakes you'll do, no, that will come under error of commission. Okay, first kind, if you can see the classification, there is first kind. What is the first one? Writing wrong amount in journal. Now tell me, same thing, this example we have already taken, the earlier example. The credit sale had actually happened for 5,000 rupees, but you have recorded it at 15,000 rupees. What to do? That means the entry, what is the wrong entry? Debtors account debit to sales account. Instead of 5, you have written 15, 15, 15. While entering into the subsidiary books only, I have made the mistake. Correct? Now tell me, is it a single-sided error or double-sided error? Why? Because word debit, credit, equal, matching. So it's a double-sided error. Sir, why is it important to know whether it's single-sided, double-sided? I'll tell you. Later, it is very important for us to draft rectification entry. Okay? Now, putting wrong amount in journal only is a double-sided error. It's an error of commission because silly error. Next, the other set of errors of commission are now undercast or overcast. Now, what is undercast or overcast of subsidiary books? Very important. Now, what you have done is, you know, what is subsidiary books? Let's take the example of purchase book. Now, how will we post it to ledger? You remember yesterday I told, subsidiary book, again journal entries are not passed. Directly it is posted from subsidiary book to ledger. So what will we do? In purchase book, first I'll take the total of purchases. I'll put it in debit side of purchases account. Remember yesterday, same thing we did. I'll take the total of purchases, put it in debit side of purchase. Why am I putting in debit side? Because purchase is an expense increasing, debit. Then what I'll do, I'll take each and every creditor in the purchase book. Say suppose creditor A, 5,000 rupees. I'll go to creditor account, put it in the which side? Credit side of the creditor ledger, because creditor is a liability increasing credit. Then creditor B, again I'll go to creditor B ledger, I'll put it in the credit side. Creditor C, I'll go to creditor C ledger, I'll put it like that. Now in undercast or overcast, what has happened? While adding the total of purchases, say suppose actually the total of purchases will come to 10,000. While calculating, you have made a mistake and you have arrived at 9,000 rupees. Mistake agi, it has become 9,000. That is called undercast. Overcast andre, while totaling, it has become 11,000. Now what would have happened? You'll add everything. The actual total is 10,000, but you made an error in calculation and it became 9,000 rupees. So in purchases account debit side, which number you would have put? 9,000. Okay, you would have put 9,000. Purchase debit side. Then now you'll go to creditor side. Creditor A, creditor B, creditor C. These number you would have posted correctly only, no? Because it is individual. So for all the individual ledgers, you would have posted correctly. Now tell me, this undercasting or overcasting, is it single-sided error or double-sided error? Why single-sided? Only the purchase total was wrong. Because you total only purchases. Creditors will you total? No, directly you take the amount and put it in creditor ledger. So this is a one-sided error. Clear? Because your debit is not equal to credit. Purchase is debited for 11,000 and creditors are credited only for 10,000. Understanding? This is a one-sided error. All of you understood, no? With me till now. The second kind of omission is commission is posting wrong amount in ledger. Now in journal entry, you have put it as 5,000, something, some transaction has happened. Purchase account debit to creditors. Okay, I've passed a journal entry. Amount is 5,000. In purchase debit side, 5,000 would have come. In creditors credit side, 5,000 should have come. But what I have done, purchases I have done correctly. Well, posting creditors, what have I done? Wrong amount. Instead of 5,000, I have done 6,000 rupees. Tell me, is this one-sided or two-sided? One-sided. So in the questions also, what you have to assume is, if they have told something about one error, they'll say, creditor side is correctly posted. You only focus on that. If they have not told about the other account, your assumption should be that the other account is posted correctly. What is your assumption with respect to the other account which the question has not spoken about? It is done correctly. We'll see in the questions. You'll understand better. Okay, right now you focus on understanding the other. What happened? Purchases to creditors, entry had posted. While posting it to ledger, only in one ledger you have made a mistake. The other ledger, it is assumed it is correct. That's why it is a single-sided error. Okay. Third kind of error.
Posting on wrong side.
Same thing. What happened? We'll take the same error. Purchases to creditors, 5,000, 5,000. In purchases, 5,000 came in the debit side, correct. Creditors, what happened? It was supposed to come in credit side of creditors. It came in debit side. Okay, now tell me, is it one single-sided error or double-sided error? Single-sided. Why? Both the times it got debited. Purchase also debited, creditors also debited. Technically, creditors were supposed to be credited. Aita. So because again debit happened, debit credit did not happen. So it is single-sided error. Next.
Wrong balancing of an account.
Wrong balancing of an account. Now, you know what is balancing? After doing all the ledgers, in the end, if it is asset or liability accounts, what will we do? We'll balance that ledgers and take the balances to balance sheet. Now, what you have done? You have done a calculation mistake in balancing. Correct? Huh? Purchases creditors. Now, what has happened? The entry is purchases to creditors. 5,000, 5,000. You have posted them to ledger also correctly. No doubt. Then, while carrying their balances to trial balance, what did you do? In calculation, you made an error. Purchase account balance was actually 5,000 rupees, but you have taken it to trial balance as 6,000. But creditors, you have taken correctly. Okay. Here, posting also correct. Journal entry correct. Ledger posting correct. But while putting in trial balance, you made a mistake. While balancing, you do that balance carried down. That became a mistake. Now what? Tell me, is it a single-sided error or double-sided error? Why? Because only creditor balance was taken wrongly. Purchase balance was taken correctly only. In the question also, if they have not told anything about the purchase, your assumption should be it is balanced correctly and taken properly. Only creditor's account has become wrong. You cannot say, sir, idu wrong. I thought purchase also has gone wrong. You cannot say that. If they have told creditors is wrong, your assumption should be only creditors is wrong. That means purchases is posted correctly. This assumption is the base of rectification of errors. That's why most of the students get confused. Aita, if they say something is wrong, only that thing is wrong. The other thing is always correct. Now I'll show you in the questions. Okay. Now you understood. These are errors of commission. Okay. These are one-sided errors, most of it, except for putting wrong amount in journals. Why that error of commission was still double-sided, putting wrong amount in journal? Because while putting it in journal only, I've made the mistake. Now, say suppose when credit purchases happened, this you will record in purchase book. 5,000 was the purchase, you recorded it at 6,000. Now what will happen? In purchases ledger also it will be posted as 6,000. In creditors ledger also it will be posted as 6,000. While putting into books only, you made error. Right? After that, posting will be correct. That's why this error of commission is a double-sided error. Because while putting into the books only, you made error. Right? Because posting happens after putting in the subsidiary book. Clear? Then comes the compensating errors. So what is compensating errors? Wait, I'll tell. Wait, I simply asked. So now, two errors have happened. Aita, it has happened in such a way to our luck that it is compensating each other. For example, okay, you have passed one entry. There is a purchase of 10,000 rupees. You should have recorded it as purchase account debit to creditors 10,000, 10,000. This is the correct entry. But what you have done, purchase account debit 10,000. Creditors account credit 5,000 has happened. Is it one-sided error or two-sided error? One-sided error. Then there was one more purchase transaction. That was also for 10,000. Here what did you do is, purchase account debit 5,000 and creditors account credit 10,000 you did. Now the second entry is also what? One-sided error. Both are one-sided error. Will that be reflected in trial balance? Andre, in this case, it will not be reflected in trial balance. Why? Because if you take the purchases balance, what is it? 15. Creditors balance, if you take 15, 15, 15, your trial balance is ultimately matching. But has the error happened? Individually, these two entries are one-sided entries. But both compensated in such a way that we are not able to find out. These are what errors? Compensating. One error compensates the other error. Okay. Now we distinguished all the errors into two things, two classification: one-sided error, two-sided error. Now tell me, if I commit one-sided errors, will that be reflected in trial balance? How? Because since debit is not equal to credit, ultimately in trial balance also debit will not be equal to credit. Now you'll come to know that you have made some errors. If it is a double-sided error, will that be reflected in trial balance? No, because since debit is ultimately debit is equal to credit, no matter what error we have done. Ultimately, debit is equal to credit. Therefore, trial balance will also match. So, double-sided error are errors which will not be revealed in trial balance, but single-sided errors will be revealed in trial balance. Clear? This discussion is important. Next, what is important in rectification of errors is when the error is identified. Errors can be identified at three different stages. Aita. One, before drafting trial balance. Second, after drafting trial balance. Third, after preparing financial accounts. So three parts. So our accounting, our rectification depends on this classification. Okay. Now, let's come to the first part. Okay. First part, that is before preparing trial balance. Now, know one thing. If you have not prepared trial balance only, do you think suspense account will be there? No. Suspense account will come when? When you have prepared trial balance, when you have a difference, then we would have opened suspense account. So before trial balance, no way there is suspense account. Okay. And one more thing you should understand, you'll be knowing by now. One more thing you should understand about rectification of errors is whenever there is an error, alva, you have to rectify it by using journal entry only. You cannot say, purchase to creditors 5,000, 5,000. Actually, but we have recorded it at 10,000, 10,000. You cannot say, I'll take one Apsara eraser, I'll rub it and I'll make it 5,000. No. Is that how we do rectification? No. Whenever there is an error, we have to rectify it via journal entry only. That is the one and only way to. And you know, journal entry always has two aspects: debit to credit. Without debit to credit, we cannot pass journal entry. Correct? Now, take some example of double-sided error. Okay, let's take an example of error of omission. That means one credit purchase transaction was there. You have not recorded it only. Now, how will you rectify it? That's all. If something is missed out, then how will you rectify? By recording it properly. Now you record it. Say suppose one credit purchase of 5,000 was omitted. How will you rectify? Purchase account debit to creditors. 5,000, 5,000. You recorded it. Now it is rectified. Any doubts? And error of omission is always single-sided error, double-sided error. Double-sided error. And the rectification entry you are passing is purchases to creditors. There is one debit, credit, you done. Error of omission is very easy to rectify because you have missed it. Now by recording it, it is rectified. Okay. Now say suppose let's take an example of error of principle. Okay. In error of principle, what has happened? You have purchased one furniture, but you have expensed it off. Okay. Now tell me what is the correct entry that you should have passed? Furniture account debit to cash. But what you have done? Cash. Now I have to rectify this entry. How to rectify? Furniture account debit to furniture expense account. So what did you do? Always whenever you are rectifying, first you have to always put the correct entry. Then always put the actual entry. What is the correct entry? Furniture account debit to cash. Actual entry is furniture expenses account debit to cash. Now while rectifying, what you have to say is, in correct entry what is debited? Furniture. But in actual entry, furniture expenses. Is it correct? No. So first what you do is, furniture expense is wrongly debited. Credit it off. Then what should be rightly credited? Furniture. Debited. What should be rightly debited? Furniture. So furniture account debit to furniture expenses account. What about cash? Cash don't do anything. In correct entry also it should be credited. In actual entry also it is credited. So let's not touch it. The only problem we had was with furniture and expense. So we actually debited furniture account and then we credited off furniture expenses account. So here also you saw This was error of principle, and error of principle also is always double-sided error, and we were able to rectify it. Cool, simple. Now let's come. The problem is with error of commission only. Now let's take one example of error of commission. Okay, let's take overcasting. Overcasting of subsidiary book. There was one purchase, aita. Our purchase book is overcast by 5,000. They have told. This is the entry. Now tell me, let's discuss what would have happened. If purchase book is overcast means the purchase total is more by mistake. That means is creditor posting correct? Creditor posting is correct. Now let's try to put. What is the correct entry?
Purchases account debit to creditor.
But here it is overcast. So let's say the actual purchases is 10,000. But the purchase is overcast by 5. So what I have done in actual entry, purchase account is debited by 15,000. See, actual was 10, but purchase is overcast by 5. So actually purchases is debited by 15,000, more by 5,000, and the actual amount purchase account debit 15,000. Aita, what would have happened to creditors?
Be the same.
Enna? Ida? Okay. Actual purchases was 10, but I have posted it as purchase account debit 15. Creditors? See, creditors, they have not told anything. So what will be your assumption? It is correct. So purchase account debit 15, creditors 10. Now tell me, is it one-sided error, two-sided error? One-sided error. Now what is the correct entry? Purchase account debit 15,000, 10,000. Actual was 10. Purchase account debit 10,000 to creditors account 10,000. This is the correct entry. This is the actual entry 15, 10. Now what should we do in the rectification? If you see, wait, I'll come there. If you see, creditors account is posted correctly. So can we touch that account in rectification? No, leave it. Only problem we have is in purchase. Purchase is more by 5,000. I have to decrease it. To decrease purchase, what will I do? Debit or credit? It's an expense nature. To decrease it, I will credit. So I will credit purchase by 5,000. Done. Now I have to debit something. No, journal entry means dual aspect. Correct? What to debit? Creditors I cannot touch because it is already correct. If I touch it now, it will become some other number. Now I cannot touch creditors. He is telling suspense account, but we are rectifying it before trial balance. No, that was suspense. So what we'll do is, to debit, there is no account. Even if I want to debit something, there is nothing. So what to do? What I'll do? Something I have to put no. Because, guys, it is very simple. If the error is one-sided, can you rectify it with a double entry? Error was only one-sided. So you can rectify it via one side only. How can you rectify it with double entry, journal entry? Correct? No, not possible. So one entry I have put, other I don't have another account to put. I'll write the reason to overcast or undercast of the subsidiary book. I'll write the reason. It is not an account itself. I don't have any other account to put. So I wrote the reason only to overcast or undercast of subsidiary books. I have to rectify it one-sided only because the error was only one-sided. Clear? Now for the same error, let's see what happens after trial balance. Now, same error. Now when trial balance is prepared, because of these one-sided errors only, there will be difference in trial balance. Now whatever difference I had, I have put it in suspense account. Because of one-sided errors, I have difference in trial balance. That difference I have put it in suspense account. Now while doing rectification, earlier I did not have an account to use. Now I have an account to use. Which is that account? Suspense account. Earlier I did not have. Now I have. I've put all the one-sided effect in suspense account. Now I can use suspense account. What will I debit? Suspense account 5,000. Suspense account debit to purchase account 5,000, 5,000. Okay. Clear? Now same error, we'll see what happens after final accounts. What happens after final accounts? The thing is, after final accounts also, effect and all is same only. Because after final accounts also, we have suspense account balance, no problem. The main problem we started facing was, see, you are doing rectification in the next year. Now say suppose the entry that you are passing is suspense account debit to purchase. If you touch purchase account in the next year, it will affect the next year purchases, no? Is it correct? No, the error belonged to this year. I have to rectify this year's errors. If I touch purchase account in the next year, it will affect the purchases of next year. I don't want that to happen. So what I'll do is, in my rectification entry, if there is any income or expense account coming, I will not use that income or expense account because it will affect the next year income or expense. So I am using P&L adjustment account. So my entry will be what? Is suspense a nominal account? No. Is purchase a nominal account? Yes. For nominal accounts, I'll use P&L adjustment. So my rectification is suspense account debit to P&L adjustment account. 5,000. Wherever in rectification entry, if a nominal account comes, see, I'm randomly telling one rectification entry. Purchase returns account debit to sales returns account. This is the rectification entry. Tell me what if I'm doing it after final accounts, then what will it be? Uh, P&L. It's as good as no need to pass only. But you're understanding the idea now. P&L adjustment account debit to P&L adjustment account. Why? Because both are nominal accounts. So in rectification entry, if there is a nominal account, in the next year you are using P&L adjustment. Simple.
But that effect will be nil.
In this case, yeah. So no need to pass. Even if you pass, it's nil. Okay, leave. Okay. That is nil, no doubt about it. Now, let's take an example of another one-sided error. Okay. Which one we have? The next one-sided error.
Posting wrong amount.
Posting.
Wrong amount in the ledger.
Now you got the idea, no? We'll better solve the questions. Okay. I think we have covered everything. Yeah, done. So let's take a question. Okay. Which question shall we take? Page number is around 40.
So revision paper in the market.
What? Any question? Huh?
Yeah.
We'll however solve it now later in the end.
Because all these were already done.
Sir, revision class ನೀವು
ಹಾ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ
ಹೌದಾ? Whose phone? ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತು. The thing is, we'll solve RTP only, yeah? Sure. Don't want any questions from here. If you guys are telling, then it's fine. ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಶೋರಾ? So we'll solve empty RTP. Okay. We'll take, but I think it will not come. No, better we'll solve RTP only because it will be helpful for you also. Correct, no? Extend. Okay. You're able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Here. So we have one question. So let's start. Write out the journal entries. Okay. Write out the journal entries to rectify the following errors using a suspense account, they have told. See, they are telling using a suspense account. That means rectification is happening at what stage? After trial balance, done. Second stage. So whenever there is one-sided error rectification, we can use suspense account. So first one. First, goods of the value 15,000 rupees returned by Mr. Aman were entered in the sales day book and posted therefrom to the credit of his account. So what has happened here? There was goods returned. So technically what it is? Sales return, but they have entered it in sales day book, but to his account ultimately it is credited. So we'll bifurcate it aram se. First we'll focus on correct entry. What is correct entry? It's a sales return. For sales return, what is the correct entry? It is sales return account debit to Mr. Aman. Sales return account debit to Mr. Aman 15,000, 15,000. That is correct entry. Actual entry. See, instead of putting it in sales return, they have put it in sales. So if it is considered as sales, what will be the entry? Aman account debit to sales. If it is put it in sales book, it will be considered as sales. So entry should have been Aman to sales. But later they told posted therefrom to the credit of his account. That means Aman to sales it should have been, but Aman they have credited only. Aita? So Aman is credited. What about sales? About sales, they are not speaking anything. That means sales is credited only. Debit, nothing. Nothing. So what is the correct entry? To sales. To Aman, because Aman is credited. 15,000, 15,000. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಿಸ್ ಹೊಡಿದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ತೆಗೆದು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾವು ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಅಮನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 15,000 15,000 if they had not given this last line no posted therefrom to the credit of his account then what would have been the actual entry Aman account debit to sales because sales return is considered as sales. But what they told, see, but posted therefrom to the credit of his account. Andre, Aman account is credited. So what you do in the actual entry, take out Aman from debit and put it in credit. So what about sales? Sales became debit. Hey, no. About that, they have not told anything. That means sales is still credited. So actual entry is to sales 15,000, to Aman 15,000. అర్థమైందా లేదా ఎందుకమ్మా సింపుల్ ಅಪ್ಪ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರಪ್ಪ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದಟ್ ಅಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ದೇ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಸೊ ನಿನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಮನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ 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 ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ದೆನ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಓಕೆ ನೌ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ in rectification what is the correct entry sales return should be properly debited so debit sales return account 15,000 then aman should be credited here also it is credited don't touch then in the actual entry sales is credited which is wrong I have to debit it back so sales return account debit adala sales return account debit 15,000 sales account debit 15,000 to 30,000 ಅರ್ಥమైందా that is all the can you write it down because I cannot write it now same question I would like to ask this last thing is omitted and the sales day book admele and posted therefrom to the credit of his account say suppose that was not there what will be the actual entry no actual entry actual entry da it is aman to sales because they have put it in sales day book it will be considered as sales Sales entry is Aman to sales 15. But later they only told no, Aman account is credited. Later we credited it. Sales account, nothing they have told. It is like that only. So rectification entry is sales account debit, sales return account debit to suspense account. Okay. Done. Huh? Next one. An amount of 7,500 entered in the sales returns book has been posted to the debit of Mr. Ashish. Now tell me, there is a sales return. So what is the correct entry from Ashish? Sales return account debit to Ashish account 7,500, 7,500. Actual entry, see, technically in the entry, Mr. Ashish is supposed to be credited, but here what they have done? Debited. So in actual entry, what has happened? Mr. Ashish account is debited. Sales return, nothing they have told. So you have to debit it on. To nothing. To nothing. Because of which it is a one-sided error. Clear? Any doubts? Now what will be the rectification entry? In the correct entry, sales return should be debited. Here, is it debited? Sales return? It is debited. Don't touch it. Then Ashish account should be credited. Here, is it credited? No. We have to credit to Ashish. By how much? Double. Why? Because he was technically supposed to be credited, but in actual entry he is debited. Now I have to credit him back to zero. Adr mele 15,000. You remember that? No, double effect. From minus 15,000 you have to come to plus 15,000. How much you should add? 30,000. That is the logic. Okay. So to Ashish account 15,000. 7,500 into 2. To Ashish account 15,000. Debit sales return we cannot touch because it is already correct. Then what to touch? It's a one-sided error. So suspense account. So suspense account debit to Ashish account 15,000. Next, the total of discount allowed column in the cash book for the month of June 2025 amounting to 27,500 was not posted though correctly recorded in debtors account. Now for this you have to understand the background. So remember, you have to go to your cash book. In that cash book, remember your double column cash book or triple column cash book. What is that one more column? Discount. Now say suppose there is one of your debtor named Aman, that guy is giving you money. 50,000 was his balance. 1,000 is the discount allowed. How will you record it in the cash book? In discount allowed column 1,000 and in cash column 49,000. Correct? All of you remember your cash book. In discount allowed column 1,000. In cash column 49. 49 is cash column, that is as good as asset. We will balance it. What will we do to discount allowed column? It's a. Do you remember what we'll do to discount allowed column? We'll just total it, and the total we'll take it and post it in discount allowed ledger. Because discount allowed is also one ledger, no, it's an expense. So I'll take the discount allowed total and put it in which side of discount allowed account? It's an expense, discount allowed. So I'll put it in the debit side. So I have to post it there. After posting it there, later it will go where? Since it's an expense nominal account, it will go to P&L account. So this is the background you should know. What will I do? From cash book, I'll take the total of discount allowed, put it in discount allowed ledger debit side, then it will go to P&L. This is the normal flow. From that angle, we'll see. There was total of discount allowed column in the cash book for month of June amounting to 27,500 was not posted. What not posted? From e total na tagondo, they did not put it in ledger. Okay, they forgot. But the debtors, in debtors part, they have taken it correctly. So that means what? Guys, whenever there is discount allowed, what will happen? Your debtors account should decrease. Okay. Now let's think about one journal entry. This only, 49,150. 50,000 is the balance from the debtor. 1,000 is discount allowed. Money received is 49. What is the journal entry you will pass? Bank account debit 49,000. Discount allowed debit 1,000. To debtors account 50,000. Now let me bifurcate. I'll just take discount part. So what is the journal entry? Discount allowed account debit 1000 to debtors account 1000. No. So this is hitting your debtors account. Now what happened was I forgot to put discount allowed in discount allowed ledger. But the effect of discount allowed is already there in debtors account. That part is correct. Now tell me, is it one-sided error or two-sided error? Aisa? Now the problem, technically what is happening is discount allowed is not recorded. So if you have to put this in our format, what is the correct entry? Allowed account debit 1000 to debtors account 1000. This is the correct entry. What happened in actual entry? Discount allowed is not there. They forgot to post. To debtors 1000 is there. Now rectification entry. Discount allowed should be debited. Discount allowed debit 1000. To debtors we cannot touch because it's already correct. So we'll touch suspense. So discount allowed account debit 1000 to suspense account. Only 27,500. Here discount amount is 27,500. So discount allowed account debit 27,500 to suspense account 27,500. You're understanding, all of you? Any difficulty you are facing? If you have any doubts, you can ask. In the second entry, what? How it became double? See, something is in negative. You have to make it positive 15,000. So to this negative 15, how much you have to add? Plus 15, if you do, it will come to 0. Again, plus 15 you have to do to arrive at positive 15,000. Similarly, something should be properly debited. By mistakenly you have credited. Now from here, if you have to come to here, first 15,000, first 7,500 to come till 0. Then again 7,500 to come till positive. Because you have wrongly credited. No. First you have to reverse that. Then you have to debit. For reversing 7,500. For actually debiting 7,500. So that way you are taking the effect of double. Okay. Let's go to the next entry. Bad debts aggregating to 8,000 were written off during the year but was not posted to bad debts account. Ayyo. This you will be knowing. What is the correct entry for bad debts? To debtors account 8,000, 8,000. What has happened in actual entry? In bad debts account, and bad debts nil. To, what about the other aspect? That is correct. To debtors is there. Bad debts, they have not posted to bad debts account. So actual entry is dash to debtors 8,000, 8,000. Bad debts, they have not posted. Rectification entry account to suspense account. You cannot touch debtors because it's already correct. Where is general ledger?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
General ledger means P&L, okay? P&L account, if you want to know it. But here it is not there. There is one question where it is there in your book.
Here it is there. That is not given.
Which are you seeing? The
Same thing.
RTP only?
Yeah.
Here it is not there. Then leave. There it is there. Same entry.
Yeah,
What is the, read it out?
Aggregating 8,000 were written off during the year in the sales ledger, but were not adjusted in the general ledger.
From the sales ledger.
Here it is like that.
From debtors ledger, if they had told, it would have been correct. Something is wrong there. We'll see it later. So next. So this one understood, our fourth one, all of you. Bad debts account, they've forgotten to post. That means debtors, they have done correctly. One thing you should keep in mind is what assumption you'll take for the other account. Okay. What is the assumption that you take? The other assumption is posted correctly. Anta. What is the example here? They take the example of this only. Actual entries, correct entry is bad debt to debtors. Actual entry, they have just told not posted to bad debts account. That means what will be your assumption with respect to debtors? That is posted correctly. That is the only thing where students make mistake. So what you have to do in actual entry, bad debts nothing to debtors. Okay. The other account is always correct. That is where you make mistake. That is what students do. Okay. Next. A sale of 30,000 was made to Avya. Was correctly entered in the sales day book. Shabash. It is entered in sales day book correctly. But wrongly posted to the debit of Miss Adya. Ayyo. as 3000. Number wrong. Now, let's first come to correct entry. Correct entry. What is it? Sales made to Avya. Avya account debit to sales 30,000, 30,000. Correct entry. In actual entry, this is the case. What has happened? First, technically it should have been Avya to sales. What has happened? It is wrongly posted to the debit of Adya. So now what is the actual entry? Instead of Avya, we have debited Adya. So Adya account to sales. Adya account is debited for 3,000. Sales is credited for 30. Did they tell anything about sales account? Then why are you assuming it to be 3? This is the mistake you do. About sales account, they have not told anything. It is 30 only. So actual entry is Adya account debit 3,000 to sales account 30,000. Is it one-sided error, two-sided error? One-sided error because debit is not equal to credit. So actual entry is Adya account debit 3,000 to sales account 30. Now rectification. Avya account should be rightly debited. So Avya account debit 30,000. Then Adya account is wrongly debited, that have to credit. So to Adya account 3,000. To suspense account 27,000. Because sales I cannot touch, it is correctly credited. So Adya 30 to Avya. Avya 30 to Adya 3 to suspense 27,000. Next, supplier account has been overcast by 225. What has happened? Supplier here ulta. Same thing. Assume we are in subsidiary books. Aita? Subsidiary books. Purchase total is correct because they have not spoken anything about purchase. But supplier casting was wrong. Aita? Maybe supplier casting was wrong. Now tell me, is it one-sided error, two-sided error? One-sided error, and supplier account is considered more by 225. That means you have to decrease it by 225. So to decrease creditor, what will you do? To decrease liability, we have to debit. So supplier account debit by 225. 2. Can you touch purchases? No, because purchase other aspect is always correct. So 2 suspense account. If it was before trial balance, 2 overcast. Since it is using suspense account, it is happening after trial balance. So supplier account debit to suspense account 225. Do you want to put me in that format? Put this in that format. We'll put it. Actual entry. Assuming it's supplier, it is purchases. Okay, so a correct entry is purchase account to supplier something, some XX amount, 10,000, 10,000. Aita. Actual entry, it is overcast. Supplier account is only overcast. So purchase account debit, that is correct. So purchase account debit 10,000 to supplier 10,225. Now rectification entry, supplier is more, I have to decrease. So supplier account debit 225. Purchase I cannot touch because it's already correct. So to suspense account 220. Clear? Done. It was simple question only, no? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೋದ್ರಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. First one, sales to suspense, then suspense to Ashish, then discount to suspense, then bad debts to suspense, then Adya suspense 27, then supplier to suspense 220. Everything is correct. Okay. Done now. Any other question that you want me to discuss in ROE? Let's go to BRS. Done with rectification, or do you want me to take one more? Because it's very difficult. No, we'll take one more RTP. Compensating. Example of that. You want me to explain once more? Sorry. You want such questions? Some RTP was crazy too. Or have you seen any crazy question anywhere so that I can take it up and solve? Give me 1 second. I'll only select. Okay, we'll take up this only. One more question. Okay. I think this same question you have, okay, in your book also. But it's okay. We'll discuss one more for our this thing. Okay. Now you try to tell me. If you tell it fast, we can jump to next question fast. Mr. Mathur's trial balance on 31st March 2024 did not agree. So trial balance is not agreeing. So difference was put to suspense account. So in the always when you're solving ROE, no, in this first paragraph, what you have to understand, when is the rectification happening? So when is it happening? First stage, second, third. Trial balance is prepared and it is put to suspense account. So that means second only. But next, they have told something. During the next trading period, the following errors were discovered. That means it is happening at the third stage. And after final accounts. There. So in first paragraph, it was that. Where is the error getting rectified? It is getting rectified at the third stage after final account. So first one. Total of the purchase book of one page, 716Y, was carried forward to the next page as 7615. So what is happening here? It is overcast. Exactly. This is an example of overcast. That means your purchases is more. What about creditors? That is correct. Aita. So purchases is more. That I have to decrease. So to decrease purchase, what I have to do? I have to credit purchase. Correct? Because it's an expense. Expense decreasing credit. To purchase by how much? 7615 minus 7165. It is more by how much? 450. Correct? So credit purchases by 450. Debit, can you touch creditors? No, because it's already correct. So it is suspense account is already created. So suspense account debit to P&L adjustment account. Why? Because in rectification we have a nominal account and it is happening in the next year. So we are using P&L adjustment. So the entry is suspense account debit to P&L adjustment account 450, 450. Next, sale of 281 was entered in the sales book as 821 and posted to the credit of the customer. Okay. Now, what is the actual entry? The correct entry? Customer account to sales amount 281, 281. Customer account to sales 281, 281. Actual entry? See what has happened? Actual entry also should have been customer to sales. But what did they tell? It is posted to the credit of the customer. So that means customer instead of getting debited is credited. Is got credited. For how much? For here 821. It is credited for 821. Then what about sales account? Sales, it is they have not told anything about it, so it is credited only to sales. Amount? How many of you think it is 281? See, you have to aram se see the question. Sale of 281. The sale actually is 281 only. But it was entered in the sales book only as 821. So what posting would have happened later to sales book, sales account and debtor account? 821 or 281? 821. No? So actual entry ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? To sales it is credited, no doubt. But it is for 821. Because when entering in the book only, you have made the mistake. If you had recorded it at 281, then whatever you told earlier was correct. Did you record it only at 281? No. You record it at 821. So actual entry is 2 sales, 821 only. And the customer account was supposed to be debited, but it is credited for, again tell me, 281 or 821? It is, why? It is. No, who told? That's what. Think about the post. You only think about posting process. When will posting happen? First, you record it in sales day book. Then the posting happens. While entering in sales day book only, you have entered it as 821. No. So posting for sales also, posting for debtors also will be wrong now. You just think the chronology. That's why the initial chapters are very important. Sales day book kalle if we put wrong, what will happen in sales ledger and debtors ledger? Same 821 only they'll post. Correct? This is an exceptional case. While entering only I've made wrong, so posting also will be wrong. Aita. You cannot think that the other account is posted correctly also, because while entering in sales day book only I've made mistake. So actual entry will be 2 sales 821, then 2 customer 821. Debit nothing. So rectification entry should be debited for how much? For 281, but is actually credited for 821. So first reverse 821 and then debit actual 281. How much? 821 plus 281. 13, 1160, na? 8. 1102. So customer account should be debited for 1102. Why? It is wrongly credited for 821. That I have to reverse. So debit. How to reverse credit? Debit 821. Then you have to rightly debit it for 281. So 821 plus 281. It is 1102. Customer account debit 1102. 2. Sales. It should be actually credited for 281. We have credited it for 821. So that we have to reduce. To reduce, we have to debit. Sales account debit by how much? 540. 821 minus 281. Sales 540. 2. We'll come back there. 2. There is nothing. We cannot touch. There is no other account we can touch. So 2 suspense account. The total. What is the total? 540 plus 1102. And since the error is getting discovered in the next stage, instead of nominal accounts, you will use P&L adjustment account.
Customer account, debit, P&L adjustment debit to suspense.
Third one only, not third. So, correct? Customer account debit 1102, P&L adjustment account debit 542, suspense account 164. Done? So this is a one thing that you have to remember. This is a very peculiar thing. Why did we consider 821 only? Because while entering in sales day book only, it is a mistake. Then the posting happens. Keep the order in mind. Okay. Next. What is next? A return to creditor 1595 was entered in returns inward book. Andre, they have entered in sales returns book. Correct? It was a purchase returns. They have entered in sales returns. The creditor's account was correctly posted. Okay. Now, what is the correct entry for purchase returns? Creditor's account debit to purchase returns account 1595 1595. But what has happened? They have entered it in return sales returns book. So how it should be considered if it is entered in sales returns? Sales returns account debit to creditor account 1595 1595. But what did they tell? No. Creditor's account was correctly posted. So correctly posted and the creditor should be debited. So what has happened in the actual entry? Creditor's account debit, then sales return nothing they have told. That is debited only. So sales return account debit 1595 to nothing. That is nothing. Understood? Now you are understanding now how it is happening. Creditor's account debit, because they have only told it is correctly posted. Sales return, they have not told anything about it. We'll keep it like that. Sales return account debit to nothing. Now rectification. First of all, it's purchase returns. No. So our creditor account should be debited. In this case, it is debited. Let's not touch. Then purchase returns account should be actually credited. Let's actually credit. So 2 purchase returns 1595. Sales returns account is wrongly debited. That we will credit. 2 sales returns account 1595. Debit nothing we have. We'll debit suspense account. So entry is suspense account debit to P&L adjustment account, because both are nominal accounts. Amount 1595 plus 1595, 3190. The entry. What is correct entry? It is a purchase return transaction. So creditor account debit to purchase returns. But what happened in actual? We have put it in sales returns book. So entry would have been entry will be
Sales.
sales returns account debit to creditor. Sales book ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ entry. But they told no. Creditor account is correctly posted ಅಂದ್ರೆ debit. Sales return account, they have not told anything, keep it like that. So actual entries, creditor account debit 1595, sales return account debit 1595, 2 nothing. Now rectify. Aita?
From sales, you have to bring it to purchase it.
Sales return is wrongly, what has happened? It is wrongly debited. So reverse it. Credit sales return. Purchase return should be actually credited to purchase return. Debit nothing, we have suspense account. So since sales return and purchase return is a nominal account, we are using P&L adjustment account. The suspense account debit to P&L adjustment. All of you? Next one.
So as a sum, we are showing it as 3.
As a sum, correct. Both are nominal. No? Instead of showing P&L adjustment 2 times, 1 time. Next, a check of 500 issued to a supplier's account shown under trade payables towards his dues has been wrongly debited to purchases. Ayyo. Now that means you have issued a check to supplier. What is the correct entry when you issue a check to supplier? Creditors account or supplier's account debit to bank 500. So what you are debiting? Creditors. But these nonsense people, they have credited what? They have debited purchase. So you in actual entry, what has happened? Purchase account debit 500 instead of creditors account debit 500. Then what happened to bank? Bank nothing they have told. That means that is correctly posted. So actual entry is purchase account debit to bank account. Aita? Now rectification entry. Creditors should be rightly debited. So creditors account debit. Purchases is wrongly debited. That I will credit. Creditors account debit to purchase account. Since it is happening in the next year, creditors account to P&L adjustment account 500. Again simple alwa. Then tension ತಗೋತಾರಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. Next one, goods worth 1400 were dispatched to a customer before the close of the year, but no invoice was made out. What do you think this is? Which error? Error of omission. What omission? Sales you have not recorded only, that's all. Error of omission, how will you rectify? By recording it. How will you record? Customers to sales 1400. But since it is happening in the next year, customers to P&L adjustment 1400. That's all. Next. Next one. Goods worth 1600 were sent on sale or return basis. You remember sale or return? Our example, Nidhi auntie example we have taken here. Our evening batch students will be doing. You know sale or return? Okay. You know, no approval. Andre, we would have sent goods to customers. Okay. And I would have given them some time. If they like those items, they can keep it. Then actually the sale is happening. Okay. Until they approve, the sale has not happened. Remember? So generally how accounting happens is, whenever our goods sent on approval basis, we'll pass sales entry. Aita? But again at the end of the year, what we'll do is, we'll check the status of these goods. We'll ask that auntie, hey, what? You want to purchase it or will you still see it? She'll be like, no, I still want to see it. Aita? I still have time. That means what? She has not given the approval. If she has not given the approval, can we recognize it as income? So what you have, but you have already passed the entry, no? The moment goods were dispatched, you passed the entry. But she has not yet accepted. What to do? Now, whatever entry you have passed is not correct. You have to reverse it. Correct? This we will generally do in the end of the year. Whenever the goods are dispatched, we will pass the sales entry. In the end of the year, again, we'll see the status. If she has accepted, good enough. We'll leave it. If she has not accepted, reverse the entry. Aita? Now, while reversing, what we have to do, whenever I dispatch, the entry was sales entry. That is, what is the name? Debtors account to sales, 1600, 1600. Now, in the end of the year, she has not accepted. So, what I have to do? Reverse. So, reverse entry is sales to debtors, 1600, 1600. That's all. You reverse the entry. One more thing, what you have to do is inventory. Aita. See, inventory, how will it come to books of accounts? You would have gone to go down, you would have counted it. That amount you would have incorporated in final account. But do you think this jewelry is there in a go down? No, it is with that auntie. Aita. There is one concept, guys. If you have purchased goods, or if the goods are there in opening stock and you have purchased in the previous periods, that should, in the credit side, should either be there in sales or should either be there in inventory. Do you agree this thing? Imagine your trading account. You have some purchases which you have purchased in the current year. You have some purchases which is in the opening stock. Right? That should either, you should have sold it. If you have not sold it, then it should be in your go down. If it is not there both sides, then it is wrong. No? Illa namat irbek in closing stock, or else it should have sold. In this case, what happened? It is not there in sales also because I reversed. It is not there in closing stock because it is not there in go down also. Is it correct? No. For making the accounts correct, even though the inventory is there with that auntie, I have to include it in my closing stock. Correct? Now I have to increase my closing stock. So what will I do? Debit my inventory account. By how much? Full 1600. No, inventory is always valued at cost or NRV. So NRV and all is not there. It is valued at cost. So I have to include it at cost. 1600 is sales price. So what is the cost price? They have told it is gross profit margin is 20% on sale. So on sale means you can apply this percentage only on sale amount. Is 1600 sales price? Yes. So 1600 into 20% is 320. So minus 1600 minus 320. 1280 is the cost. So I can increase my inventory by 1280. So inventory is an asset increasing debit. Inventory account debit 1280. 2. What else is increasing? Data. That we did there only. Ulta. Sales entry done. Everything. What else is increasing? I've always told, and in most of my classes, that closing stock is directly proportionate to profit amount. Just imagine your trading account. Imagine your trading account. Debit side you have purchases of 10,000. Credit side you have sales of say 15,000. How much is your gross profit? 5. Now increase closing stock by 1,000. How much is your gross profit? 6. Increase your gross profit by closing stock by 1 more thousand. 7. Decrease by 1,000. 6. So seeing your profit is directly proportional to closing stock. Now you are increasing your closing stock by 1,280. That means what will increase? Profit. So inventory account debit to P&L account 1,280. That is one way of looking at it. One more way is imagine your trading account. Which side will inventory come? Closing stock. Credit side. So what is the journal entry for it? If you remember our anti-clockwise method to find out the journal entry. If inventory has come in the credit side, it should have come via journal entry only. No. What is the journal entry for it? If in the trading account, if trading account is credited, that means in journal entry, trading account will be credited. Debit, the other one. What is the other? Inventory. So the entry is inventory account debit to trading or P&L account. So how will it come in credit side of trading? One journal entry should be there, no? What is the journal entry? Since it is coming in the credit side of the trading account, in journal entry, trading account will be credited. And debit, what will be debited? Inventory. So entry is inventory account debit to P&L account at cost 1,280, 1,280. These two entries we have to do at the end of the year if the auntie has not approved the goods. Same entry we have to pass here.
So first part we got.
Reverse the sales. See,
Not that.
in the inventory part. In inventory, now what has happened? Sales you reversed. What is the entry? Whenever sales happen, debtors to sales. Now it is sales to debtors. Done. But inventory is with auntie. You had earlier included this amount in sales, so you have not included those jewelries in closing stock.
Add the inventory at cost.
At cost, that's all. We are adding. So add it to inventory. Inventory account debit it is getting posted in trading or P&L account. So inventory account debit to trading or P&L account 1,280, 1,280. That's all.
You told something like, so the gross profit you told something.
Hey, why I told was for your better understanding. Andre, whenever closing stock or inventory increases, profit increases. If you see what is the entry we gave, inventory account debit to P&L. If P&L is getting credited, that means what? Profit is.
Increasing.
So I gave you one more logic why we are crediting P&L. Because whenever inventory increases, profit increases. So let's continue guys. So, hello. Shall we continue? Break aita? No, why? Still more break you need. Lots of disturbance. That's why I thought we'll have less break. From tomorrow we'll have more breaks, and let's also have the time for a longer period.
No, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We can discuss more about accounts, no?
Yes, sir.
So we'll do this class from 8 o'clock.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Why not?
10 to 3.
Just
for extend ಮಾಡಿ.
2 in the 4 ನಮಗ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್.
8 to 2. Hey, what? It's already Tuesday today. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday it will not be there. Sunday also not. Will not be there. Only till Friday, but till Friday 8 to 2. Okay. Hardly 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because I cannot take class on Saturday. Hey, 3 days Noda for CA. So from tomorrow for 3 days it will be 8 to 2. Same class. Okay.
ಸರ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಅದು ನಿಜಾನೇ.
9 to 3.
Huh?
9 to 3.
ಇಲ್ಲ, I have class now.
Sir,
You cannot extend. 2 is last.
Yes, sir.
2 ಗೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು.
Okay, sir. 9 to
8. 1 hour.
8:30.
We are getting 1 hour.
8:30 ಕೂಡ.
No.
Then you will give a lunch break.
No. We'll give breakfast break. 2 o'clock directly lunch break. Okay. Then, guys, in half an hour, we'll try to keep it 8. Okay, 8 to. So we'll get more time. You'll be able to resolve more doubts. It is better for whom? And if people are not coming, it is their loss. We are here. We have solved the doubts. If they're not here, it's their loss. We cannot think about it. You guys will become CA alone. They'll again come to us only for fast track batch. Anyways, it's their wish. Okay. Now let's enter into the next topic called as BRS. It's very weird to write on this. Okay. Now what is BRS? BRS is bank reconciliation statement. So if BRS actually do we use it in the practical world? Yes, it is very much there. Okay. Why we need of BRS account is even BRS is not part. It's not a part of books of accounts. It's just a paper only. Okay. Now what happens? Because of various differences. Okay. You are maintaining all your bank transactions where in your books of accounts. In your cash book. In cash book, which column? It's very weird to write on this. Bank column. Okay. So you're recording all the bank transactions in the bank column of the cash book. Right? And cash transactions in the cash column of the cash book. Correct? Then same thing. Whatever bank transactions you're recording in bank column, same thing is also appearing in one more statement which is maintained by bank called as passbook. Okay. Now technically what? Both columns contain the same information. So ultimately the balances also should be same, no doubt. But because of various differences, what will happen? This both will not match. There are differences. We'll understand what are those differences. Because of those differences will not match. Now what will happen? Every company will go through audit. In audit, what will the auditor do? He'll check all the assets liabilities. He'll check whether the assets is actually there. If it is actually there, he'll check the proof. He will sign the balance sheet. That is what normally happens. The same thing will happen for cash at bank also. What will happen to cash at bank? What is the proof if I am an auditor? In assets, there is cash at bank, there is 5 lakh rupees issued. Now I am an auditor, I have to sign. Before signing, what will I check as proof? Passbook. Now I'll ask the management to give the passbook. They'll give passbook, it's not matching. Why? Because of various differences. Then what will I do? I'll say, hey, you're doing cheating. I will not sign only. Correct? Huh? Then what they do is, no, sir, these differences are genuine. If you want, I'll prepare one recon and I'll show it. Recon, you know, I'll start from bank balance, say passbook. Whatever differences I know, I'll add or minus. Then I'll arrive at the cash book balance. From passbook, I'll add all the differences or subtract all the differences and arrive at cash book balance or ulta. I'll start from cash book, do the plus or minus for all the differences and arrive at the passbook. Then I'll show him, sir, see the recon. Then auditor will see the recon, then he'll be satisfied, then he will sign the balance sheet. That is why we are preparing BRS account. Clear? That is the BRS purpose. Now I told differences. What are these differences? There are 3 kinds of differences. What nonsense is this? No way I'm using this anytime. For some reason, the iPad, that's why we were not able to use it there also. How will you judge where to? So what else? There are 3 differences. The differences can be divided into 3 parts. One is timing difference. One more is transaction difference. And one more is differences because of error. Okay. There are 3 differences. First one is timing differences. Timing differences. These are the differences. These are not actual differences, but these differences are caused for a brief period of time. Best example for this is check issued but not presented. Now say suppose I'm a person, I have to pay someone, I've issued check. Will that now the moment I issued check, do you think the money will be deducted from my passbook? No. What should happen? That guy should receive the check. He should go to bank, give it to his banker. Banker should process it. Then money will be deducted from my bank account and it will go to his bank. Same process ulta also. Say suppose someone has given me check. Will it immediately come to my bank? No. I have to go to my banker. That guy should process. Then only it will come to my bank account. Now this process will take time. Correct? No. What will happen whenever I issue check or whenever I receive check, I will pass off the entry saying that bank to debtor or creditor to bank. I'll pass off the entry the moment I issue check. But will it immediately come to my bank account? No, because of this timing difference of the process. It will not come to my bank account immediately. Correct? That's why there will be a difference. This is the difference which is caused because of time, and it's a timing difference. These are timing difference. Example, check issued by me, but he has not presented, or I have received check, but I have not given it, I have not deposited. These are the 2 examples of timing differences. Then we have transaction differences. Transaction differences, there is something called as standing instructions. Say suppose you are paying one LIC premium. Every month you have to pay, or every year you have to pay. Now every year there will be many LIC premiums. What you'll be looking after this one year? Not possible. You'll tell your bank saying that bank, don't even ask me, deduct money from my bank and pay it off to that LIC on 10th of every month. I'll give this instruction to the bank. This is called standing instruction. Now whenever bank is deducting, will it ask me every time? No. Now what will happen? Automatically they deduct the money. But I would have not recorded the same in my cash book. Because of that, differences will be there. Or these bank charges and all. Will they ask us before? Sir, we are debiting the bank charge. Will they ask us? No. So they directly deduct. I would have not recorded. So that is transaction difference. So anything which happens and I am not informed. This is called transaction interest. If they are giving me interest, will they tell me and give up? No. So it will directly come to bank. Then we have to record it. Correct? Till then, it will not be matching. This is our called transaction differences. Then we have error. We have actually made one error. Actually money deposited into the bank was 50,000. I have recorded it as 5 lakh. Okay. Error made by me. That's why we have difference. Or error made by bank. I have deposited 50,000. Bank has credited to the 5 lakh. Now also you have difference. But error made by bank. So these are the differences caused because of error. So these are the various reasons. Okay. Now what will we do? Now, how will this actually happen in practical life? In practical life, what we'll do is, if you directly take passbook and bank column of the cash book, it will not be matching. What you have to do, take both the statements in your hand. Take one green color pen. You have to start ticking. Okay. If you have paid, if you have issued, you would have recorded it in cash book. In passbook, it will be debited. Tick, tick. If something you have received, whenever you receive check, you would have recorded it in bank book. It would have also come in passbook. Tick. Whatever is appearing both the sides, because if something is appearing both the sides, then because of that, difference will not be there. Difference will be there for what? It is there in one side and it is not there in the other. Or if it is there in this side but it is not there here. Because of these items, difference will be there. If it is there in both items, will difference be there? No. Okay, rather than we'll do tick. The difference will be caused because of the unticked items and not the ticked items. Clear? Done. So we found out the difference. But here, no need to do all that. Because here in the question, they only give all the differences. We have to just consider them in the BRS. Add or minus we have to do. Okay. Now, the method which we'll famously use for solving BRS is this balance method. Okay. What we'll do is, now recall. I should either give it from cash book to passbook or passbook to cash. How will we understand? So in the question, if you see, in the starting only they would have given the balance of cash book, or if they would have given the balance of passbook. If they in the starting only, if they have given cash book, start with cash book. If they have given passbook balance, start with passbook balance. Okay, that is clear. Now add or minus. How to do add or minus is the question. To do add or minus, you have to hold your hands like this. Like that. Throughout our discussion, left hand is for cash book and right hand is for passbook. Here, left hand is cash book. Your left hand. Left hand is cash book, right hand is passbook. Now what will you do? Say suppose we are starting BRS from cash book. They have given the cash book balance. Okay. Let's take some example. If you come to one page number, wait, I don't know. What is the page number of BRS? Yalla, text. 45. Now come to page number 49. Okay. Now we have a small example. We'll take that example. Came to page number 49. Okay. Now they have given us the balance as per cash book, which is 2,40,000. They have only given. So we are starting BRS from cash book. So first, check issued but not presented. Andre, we have given the check, but that guy has not given it to bank. So what would have happened? You would have recorded this transaction the moment you issued the check. So because of which your cash book is less, but your passbook is less. No. Now we are doing BRS from cash book angle. So you have to make it equal. What will you do? Add it. So your intention should be to make it equal. The check issued but not presented. Andre, you have just recorded the issue. Because of which cash balance is less, passbook is same. BRS we are doing it from cash book angle because we are starting from cash book. Now you have to add, make it equal. So how can you make it equal? Either this should come down or this should go up. Which one to touch? For that you have to see from where you are starting the BRS. From where you are starting the BRS? Cash book. So you can touch only this. So add. So this one, what will you do? Add 1,36,000. Okay. Then checks deposited but not cleared. That means that is what you have
Increase.
That means we have received the check, but I've given it to bank also. Bank has not yet processed. So what would have happened? Whenever you receive the check, your cash book will be more. Your passbook is less. We are doing BRS from cash book angle, so we have to minus. That's all. Minus. 90,000. Then bank charges 300. So bank charges they have directly debited. So what would have happened? Your passbook will be directly less. Correct? But cash book it will not be less because you have not recorded. We are doing BRS from cash book angle. We have to subtract. So minus 300. Interest credited by bank. Your passbook is directly more because interest is credited. You have not recorded in cash book. We are doing BRS from Cash book will add it. Add 1,250. Then that's all. Now if you see, if you do add or minus, it automatically arrive at passbook balance. See, 240 plus 136 minus 90 minus 300 plus 1,250. How much did you get?
286,950.
Is it matching to the passbook balance?
Yes.
Yes, that means BRS is done. Automatically, it should match with the passbook balance the moment you do add or minus. Okay. So done. How to do plus or minus? Any doubts? Some more technicalities what you should know is that here they have told we are doing from cash book to passbook. In the question, if they have told passbook to cash book, we'll do that also. Sometimes they'll give overdraft balance as per cash book. That means what? Overdraft balance and the negative balance. Okay. If you are using your money, then you have favorable balance. Overdraft means what? Bank will allow you to overdraw your account. Generally, if you have 5,000, bank will allow you to draw 5,000. Normally. In overdraft, what will happen? If you have 5,000, bank will allow you to draw 6 to 7,000. More than what you have. So if bank is allowing you to draw more than what you have, then what it is? Like loan, no? So is it favorable balance to me? It's like loan. It's an unfavorable balance to me. Correct? Sometimes what they'll do is they'll start the BRS saying that it has an unfavorable balance or overdraft balance as per cash book or passbook. They'll tell. Then what we have to do? How to do add or minus? In the question, if they have told overdraft balance as per passbook is 2,36,000, then you put by starting the BRS. Overdraft balance as per passbook 2,36,000. Now while doing plus or minus, what you have to do is you normally do. For example, check issued but not presented. What you'll do? They have given us overdraft balance as per passbook 2,36,000. You write it down. Now check issued but not presented. What would have happened? Your cash book is less, passbook is more. We are doing BRS from passbook angle, so we have to minus. But since they have told overdraft, you have to do ulta. Add. If it is overdraft, do ulta. If I do everything normally, whatever result you get, do ulta. Clear? That is the rules for overdraft. Now, how to find out when they have given something as overdraft? Generally, they'll give it directly only. Overdraft balance and the direct overdraft balance as per passbook and the negative balance. Overdraft balance as per passbook and cash book and the negative balance. Sometimes they'll give debit balance of passbook. What do you understand? It's a overdraft. Debit balance of cash book? Favorable. Hey, sir, why, sir? Why are we doing this discrimination? Guys, when it comes to passbook, no, the rules are ulta. Have you observed, whenever you receive money, technically, as per our journal entry, what should happen? Money increasing, debit. But whenever actually money comes to your bank account, it says money credited. Why? Because that is the books of accounts maintained from the point of view of bank. For us, it will be ulta only. No? Bank is maintaining our ledger. Correct. Why they are telling credit? Because for the bank, liability is increasing. For bank, liability is increasing. No, when someone puts money to my bank account, it is going to whom? Me. It is actually going to bank. Now, bank is liable to pay that money to me. That's why it is crediting my account. Whenever someone puts money to my bank account. So, because for bank, it's a liability. So, whenever they say credit balance in passbook, it means favorable and unfavorable. Credit balance in passbook. It's a favorable balance. Debit balance in passbook andre unfavorable. Credit balance in cash book andre unfavorable. Debit balance in cash book favorable balance. Clear? This is how you decide favorable and unfavorable. Then for unfavorable, what will you do? Everything same but ulta. Done with BRS. Then there is one more small concept called as adjusted cash book, which we'll do. Let's solve some 1 or 2 questions. Which one will we solve? RTP only, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cheap. Hmm. So let's start up. All of you are able to see it now. So let's start. Have they given this thing, adjusted cash book and all here? No, normal BRS. Okay. So the cash book of Messrs. Mazars show 2750 as 27570 as the balance at bank as on 31st March 20. Now tell me, is it a favorable balance or unfavorable balance? Nothing they have told me it is favorable balance. Okay. Now before starting this question, one more thing I would like to say about BRS. BRS is always prepared monthly or yearly. Some companies they do it every month. And then January, they let transactions happen in January. In the end of January, they'll do BRS monthly. Or yearly for 1 year, April to March, anything. So while doing BRS like this, now tell me, say suppose in April month, there was one check issued in April 5th. That check is issued and money is deducted from my bank account on 10th. Tell me, because of this, will there be difference in BRS or not there? Why? ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇರಲ್ವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇರಲ್ವಾ why? Very simple, no? I issued it also within April and I got the money also within April. However, I'll do for 1 month no BRS. So that is already reversed. So because of that, there will be no difference. Clear? Say suppose I issued check on April 5th. The money got credited in June. Will there be difference? Yes. Because I'll do BRS when? In April. In the end of April, I'll do BRS. At that point, what has happened? Check is only issued, but money has not come. Money has come in June. So difference will be there. So if it happens within the month, there will be no difference. This you understand that? This is very important to understand this. Now with that understanding, we'll start. Now we are in Suma. Okay. Now the cash book of Mrs. Mazar show the 27,570 balance at bank. So they have given which balance? Cash book balance or passbook balance? Huh? Hey, they have clearly told the cash book of Mrs. Mahar, Mrs. Mazar shows.
But they have told the balance.
Of course, no. What is the bank column of the cash book? It reflects bank balance only. So they have given us cash book balance, which is 27,570. So we'll start BRS from there. So what is the format? I hope you know the format.
Serial number.
Particulars, amount, bank reconciliation statement as on the date. Okay. You'll first start. First line is balance as per cash book is 27,570. Done. Next. First differences, no need to do tick and all because they've already given the difference. So first difference. Subsidy 10,250 received from the government directly by the bank, but not advised to the company. See, whenever they use the word advice, it means advice and intimated. And there was one subsidy. Subsidy is like a grant given by government, but they have not told me. So what would have happened? Money has directly come to the bank. I have not recorded. So the passbook is more, your cash book is less. We are doing BRS from cash book angle, so we have to add 10,250. What is less, what is more? Cash book is less, passbook is more because money directly came to passbook. We are doing BRS from cash book angle, add it. Then on 15th March 2025, the payment side of the cash book was undercast by 350. So undercast, now you know overcast, meaning of overcast, undercast. And then the totaling has become undercast. The totaling has become less. The payment side has become less. Andre, you have totaled the payment side to be lesser. Actually 10,000 payments is there. Your totaling is coming to 9,000, something like that. In this case, what has happened? The totaling has been decreased by 350. Tell me, if payments is more, then balance will be higher. No? You're showing payments to be lesser means the balance will be more. ಕಡಿಮೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕಡಿಮೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. That means your cash book balance is more. If payment side is under cash, the balance cash book balance is more and passbook balance is less. We are doing balance from cash book minus. Okay. Next one. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಮನೇನ ಹಂಗ್ಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಮಿಸ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. On 20th March 2025, the debit balance of 2156 as on the previous day was brought forward as credit balance in cash book. Guys, if there's a debit balance of 2156, while you're carrying forward to the next page or next year, you should carry forward the debit balance of 2156. But here what happened? Ulta. Credit ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಾಲ ಅಂತ showing it as overdraft loan. Now I have to rectify. So what has happened? Since a positive balance is considered as negative balance, your cash book is much lesser and your passbook is correct only. So we are doing bare from cash to cash. We have to add it by how much? Double the amount, because same logic. Negative is the 0 to positive. So double the amount. So you have to add it by double the amount. 2156 into 2. 4,312. Correct? Cash book credit balance and the cash book is less. Passbook is more. Add it. Next.
Cash book credit balance is unfavorable.
Of course. We discussed on that first one. The customer of Messrs. Mazars, who received a cash discount of 5% on his account of 2,000, paid to Mazars a check on 24th March. And the cashier erroneously entered the gross amount in the cash book. So here what happened? There was one guy, customer, he was supposed to pay us 2,000 rupees. We have given him a cash discount of 5%. So how much he should give? 2,000 minus 5%. That is 1,900. I would have given 1,900. Remaining 100 is cash discount. So in cash book, how will we record? In bank column 1,900. In discount allowed column 100. This fellow, what he has done, cashier, he has entered entirely the gross amount. Gross is how much? 2,000 as receipt. He has not recorded discount. Now what would have happened? Your cash book is more because it actually we have received how much? 1,900. But this guy took under. So your cash book is more. Passbook is less. We are doing various from cash book angle. Subtract how much? Only 100 because difference is only 100. Correct? Subtract it by 100. Correct? What? Tell that it's okay. Who? Why?
As if there is some nail under.
So the next one. On 10th March 2025, a bill for 5,700 was discounted from the bank. You know what is bill discounting by now? Entered in cash book, but proceeds credited in bank statement amounted to only 5,500. Now what happened? If the bill is 5,700, will the bank give us full amount? They'll deduct interest. They'll give 5,500. So 200 is interest. So technically, how much did we receive? 5,500. So in cash book also, how much we should have recorded? 5,500. But what we have done? So what would have happened?
Minus.
Cash book is more. Passbook is less. We are doing that from cash book. So we have to subtract. Subtract how much? 200. Next. Check issued amounting to Ravi for 1,725 returned marked out of date. No entry made in cash book. We had given one check to Ravi. Okay. I thought that guy, Ravi, he is holding that check. Okay. He has given it to the bank also for the money to come to his bank. But what happened? Bank has rejected the check because check became out of date. Check becoming out of date means, check has a 90 days. Like if you are giving it after 90 days, then it is a stale check. They'll not accept. So it has become out of date and the stale check. You can note it down. Out of date means the check became stale. So they gave back the check to Ravi. Okay. Now what will Ravi do? Ravi will give back the check to us. Okay. Now what will be the status? The moment I issued check to Ravi, my cash book is lower. The moment Ravi gave me the check back, I should have reversed it. But have I reversed? No. This is the position. We are doing BRS from cash book angle. We have to add by 1,725.
So it is monthly BRS or is annually BRS?
In this case, okay.
If it is monthly, then okay.
Sorry, I did not understand.
If it is monthly BRS, then it is out of date. Means 90 days before.
Hey, see, if you are doing annual BRS, if you have issued the check within that year and money has come later, or you have received the information later, then differences will be there. In monthly BRS, the period you are considering became one month each. In annual BRS, it became 1 year. That's the difference. I don't think it will affect in any other way. Or maybe I'm not understanding what you're telling. Done, huh? So next what we? Insurance premium 900 paid directly by bank under a standing order, no entry made in cash book. So what happened? Money is directly deducted from passbook. So passbook is less, cash book is more. We are doing balance from cash book angle, subtract. Minus 900. Next. A bill receivable for 1530 discounted for 1500. That means 30 rupees is discounted. The bank had been dishonored on 30th March. But advice was received on April. We came to know when. But if we had knew before 30th March, we would have accounted for it. Bill dishonor entry, reverse, we would have done. But we came to know only on 1st April, because of which there will be a difference. How difference? Now, what would have happened? I have got a bill that have gotten discounted from the bank. That guy, my drawee, is supposed to pay to the bank. If he doesn't pay, what will happen? I should pay to the bank. All of you understand this much? If that guy did not pay, I should pay. So what will bank do? Bank will directly deduct money from my bank account. That guy did not give dishonor. So what would have happened? Money is directly deducted from my passbook. How much money? Entire money. Bill amount 1,500. Though I have received only 1,500, while giving it to bank, I should give how much? Right? Because I use the money now. I should ultimately give interest to bank. If that guy would have given money, how much he would have given? 1,530 only. So even I should give 1,530. So bank will directly deduct 1,530 from my bank. So my passbook is lower, cash book is higher. We are doing BRS from cash book angle. Subtract. Minus 1,530. Entire bill amount. Clear? You understood bill of exchange, no? Draw is supposed to pay to bank if I've got it discounted. Correct? So I should pay. If draw doesn't pay, bank has directly debited the money from my bank account. Okay. Next. Bank recorded a cash deposit of 1650 as 1560.
90 rupees.
So bank has recorded wrongly. So what will be lesser? I have deposited 1,650, but bank has recorded as only 1,560. That means my passbook will be lower and my cash book will be higher. Correct. Now we are doing BRS from cash book angle. We have to subtract minus 1,000. So what is the answer?
40,687.
40,000.
687.
It is 40,687. Here. Done. How much will you subtract here, by the way?
90.
Because the difference is 90. I hope you know that. Correct? The difference was only 90 rupees. Any doubts? We'll do one more problem. Which are DP? Oh, we have adjusted cash book also to do. we'll do this. This is overdraft. Okay, that's right. Zoom ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? So let's start. From the following information, prepare a bank reconciliation statement after making necessary adjustments in the cash book. So first one. See, they have told debit balance in cash book. That means what? Favorable, unfavorable. It is favorable balance. So we'll start our BRS with balance as per cash book favorable 16,25,000. So our plus or minus will be normal. No doing ulta and other stuff. So first one, checks deposited but not yet credited. Then we have got the check, we have deposited, but it does not yet come to bank. So your cash book is more, passbook is less, you have to minus. Next, check issued but not yet presented. So this should be added. Ulta. So check deposited but not yet credited. Add up. Then check issued but not yet presented. Check deposited but not yet credited means your cash book is more, passbook is less. You are doing where from cash book minus. Check issued but not yet presented. Add, because your cash book is lower, passbook is higher. You have to add. Bank charge is directly debited. You have to subtract your cash book because passbook is less, cash book is more. You have to subtract. Dividend directly credited to the bank. You have to add. Insurance premium paid by the bank directly. This is subtract. Cash sales wrongly recorded in the bank column of the cash book. How? Cash sales wrongly recorded in bank column of the cash book, because of which your cash book will be more and passbook will be less. We are doing BRS from cash book action. We have to subtract. You don't subtract only. My bad. Then customers check dishonored by the bank, not recorded in cash book.
Minus.
So that means customer's check, I would have received customer's check, I have deposited in the bank. So whenever I received, my cash book will be more, my passbook will be less. Later it got dishonored, and that I have not recorded. So what I have to do? We are doing balance from cash book angle. You have to subtract. Dishonored. That means that guy did not have sufficient money in the bank. Correct? Nice song. Wrong credit given by the bank. Bank yardo credit no nanu kottidare. That means your passbook is more, your cash book is less. We are doing balance from cash book angle. That's all. 10,99,000. Fifth one. Ayyo, it was adjusted cash book. We did not see the question only. Wait. Oh, check. Anyways, we did the normal BRS. Answer will be still same, but it was adjusted cash book. What was the answer?
10,99,000.
Answer will be same. 10 lakh. Hey, no da. Here. 10 lakh. 99,300. Okay. Now, however, we have come to this question. Now we'll understand about adjusted cash book. Now, adjusted cash book, what we are doing here. In BRS, we had three kinds of differences. Timing differences, transaction and error. Okay. Now, what we did here was, hey, we are preparing BRS for the differences that is actually caused because of the bank and not by the bank. And what they are trying to do is, in BRS, I want only those differences which are not in my hand. Now there are certain differences which are in my hand, which I can rectify as part of rectification of errors. Only the differences which are not in my hand, that I will show in BRS. Any other errors which are in my hand, which I can rectify my side, that I will have that I will rectify. That will not come to BRS. This is all the logic. Okay. Now let's take the example. Check issued but not presented. Okay. That means what? I have issued the check. That guy is not presented. Because of which we have difference. Can I rectify something?
No.
Is there anything that only way of rectification is I have to reverse the entry? Is that a correct rectification? No. So is there any is the rectification in my hands? No. That means that will go to BRS. Then check received. Check received, but I have not deposited. Is it in my hands?
Yes.
How does? What you reverse the entry?
You have to deposit.
In Adalla, there is rectification in my hands. The only rectification is reverse the entry. That is not possible. So any other way to rectify? No. That means it will go to BRS. Bank charges directly debited. Is a rectification in my hands?
Yes.
Think about it.
Yes.
They have directly debited the charges. In passbook it will be appearing. What I can do, I can record it. Now rectify. Correct? I can rectify it. Then interest directly credited by the bank. Can I rectify? Yes, I can see the passbook, I can pass the entry, rectify it. Then any other case of entry? Dividend directly credited, I can rectify it, no problem. I can directly record it. Then any other entry you take. Error made by the bank. Bank, instead of crediting 50,000, it has credited 5 lakh. Can I rectify this? No. I cannot rectify because I have received only 50. I cannot put it as 5 lakh. If I put it as 5 lakh, my accounts will become wrong now. The rectification should lead to correction, not to one more error. So if error is made by the bank, can I rectify it? I cannot do it. Bank should only rectify. So that will go to BRS. Understanding? Only thing you have to think is, can I rectify this? If yes, you don't take it to BRS. Rectify it in cash book only by passing the rectification entry. Correct? Since the error has happened in the bank column of the cash book, in rectification, bank column of the cash book will come. So rectify it in cash book only. That's why it's called adjusted cash book, because any rectification which are in my capacity, I'll do it off in cash book only. Only which I cannot do, that will go to BRS. Understood? Now we'll come to the same question, and first what we'll do is, we'll bifurcate as to whether it is a BRS rectification or cash book rectification. First it's a positive balance, leave it. Next, checks deposited but not yet credited. Is it BRS or adjusted cash book?
Yes.
Check issued but not yet presented.
Yes.
Bank charges directly debited.
Cash.
Adjusted, our mistake. Next, dividend directly collected. Insurance premium directly paid. It is a cash book. Cash sales wrongly recorded in the bank column of the cash book. We are adjusted cash book. Adjusted cash book. Now what has happened? Our cash sales, we have put it in bank column. My mistake. It's a cash book adjustment. Then customers check dishonored by the bank, not recorded in the cash book. It's cash book. The moment you came to know it was dishonored, record it off, reverse the entry. Dishonor are the gain entry. Whatever entry of was reverse. Now you can rectify it. Because you could have reversed it. Wrong credit given by the bank. Yes. Because can I do something? Can I recognize that income? No. No, that is not my income. So bank should only rectify BRS. That's all. Now how to I have to make that bifurcation. Okay. Only 3 things came to BRS. No, rest all in
Cash book.
So what you have to do is, first whichever comes to cash book, you have to recognize in cash book. So first put a format of a cash book. What is the cash book format? Like cash ledger only. Date particulars rupees, date particulars rupees. Debit, credit. Okay. Then have they given us the opening balance?
Yes.
Yes. Now what is the opening balance? It's a debit balance. So which side will it come? The debit side or credit side? Debit side. So 2 balance got out 16,25,000 because cash is a asset. It will have a debit balance. They have only, and here they have already done. Okay. Say suppose here they have told bank balances as per the cash book credit. Then the opening balance comes in the credit side. Okay. Now here it is debit. We have put it in debit. Now first one BRS, second one BRS, third one it's adjusted cash book. So bank charges debited by bank, not recorded in cash. So what you have to do is, now you have to do the same thing. Bank charges directly debited and your passbook is lesser, your cash book is more. We are doing BRS from cash book angle, we have to subtract. So cash book subtract the cash decreasing. Credit is decreasing, the debit is decreasing. Credit is decreasing. So you will put this in the credit side by bank charges 6,250 rupees. If minus comes, put it in the credit side. If plus comes, put it in the debit side. Because increasing has the debit effect, decreasing has the credit effect. Next again, dividend directly, cash book. So passbook is more, cash book is less. We are supposed to add. That means comes in the debit side of the cash book. Next, Insurance premium directly paid. So you will subtract. So it will come in the credit side of the cash book. Then cash sales wrongly recorded in the bank column of cash book. Andre your cash book is more, passbook is less. We are doing balance from cash book and subtract. Andre it will come in the credit side. Then customer check dishonored by the bank, not recorded in cash book. So cash book is more, passbook is less. We are supposed to subtract. So credit side. Wrong credit given by the bank, it will go to BRS. Done. So this much if you do, how much is the balance? Did anyone do it? Ella delete ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾ? You have to do it after going to 99?
BRS cash and credit.
I want only cash flow. So if you see here, only thing that came to plus was dividend. Rest all minus check dishonored, cash sales. So it will come to, now this balance comes to, now you adjusted all the errors. Okay, the balance came to 14,80,800. Now you use this balance for doing BRS. So start the BRS. The balance as per adjusted cash book is 14,80,800. Now there were three things which came to BRS. Check issued not presented, add. Then wrong credit given by the bank. That means what? Passbook is more, cash book is less. We are doing BRS from cash book angle, add. Then check deposited, not yet credited. Cash book is more, passbook is less. You're supposed to subtract cash. So you'll get it 10,99,300. Clear? One important thing is by taking this cash book here, this should come from the adjusted cash book. And normally do it, plus and all will come in the debit side, credit and all will come in the credit side. One more question. I mean the question says suppose they have told the balance as per cash book, credit balance. So this opening balance comes where?
Credit side.
Comes in the credit side. Then how will you do plus or minus? Ulta?
Same.
No, I had told you no. If you are starting with an overdraft balance,
So that's
then you do it. So what will you do here? In adjusted cash book. Here you will not do ulta. No matter they have given favorable or unfavorable. In adjusted cash book, the rules is direct. Only in BRS you have to do ulta if it is unfavorable. In adjusted cash book, do same. Do you want to know why we are doing same here? See, generally what happens now, overdraft is a negative balance. So if that while we are solving, when they have given overdraft balance, if we start with a negative figure, then doing plus or minus normally is okay because it will arrive at the same balance. But what will we do? Even if they have given overdraft balance, we will start BRS from positive figure only if you see. Now negative. If they say overdraft balance, will you put it as minus 55,000? No, we'll put it as 55. Since though it is an overdraft, you are considering it to be positive, plus or minus we will do ulta. Correct. But here in adjusted cash book, what happened? If it is an unfavorable balance, you are directly putting in the credit side. Don't you think it is as good as putting it as minus? So here no need to do the ulta effect. If you plus put it in debit, minus put it in credit, irrespective of favorable and unfavorable.
Why can't we consider the opening balance as negative?
ICA doesn't accept that presentation. It's correct presentation only, but ICA doesn't accept.
If you do that, it's wrong.
If you do that, you'll get the right answer, but you'll get it negative. Again, it depends on the invigilator. If I'm the invigilator, I consider both are same and give marks.
Because ma'am had taught us like that.
Negative only, yeah? That presentation is not allowed, man. Nowhere in the answers they are allowing minus.
Because we were
It is correct. I only told no. The thing is, if you start with minus, then no need to do ulta. In both the case, do plus or minus. But if you see all the answers here, in the question they would have given it as overdraft. But they'll start with positive only. Now, if you follow the same rule, you'll get a different answer. Okay. So simple. Now, there are three methods. If they have given overdraft, if you put it as negative, do it normally. If they have given overdraft, if you put it as positive, do ulta. I say accepted view is this. Even though they have given overdraft, you started with a positive figure. And if you are doing it with a positive figure, then rules become ulta. If you put a negative, then rules is same.
So now first I do it in a negative manner, then I'll change the sign.
Your wish. If that's comfort, good only. If that's comfortable, do it. Okay. That is all. He is telling me I'll put negative, I'll do everything. Then I will change it. And you would have done minus. I thought then you'll scratch off the minus, but the plus or minus will be wrong.
I do it in practice, then I leave it.
Okay. All that you have to change. Then it's okay. Understood, Amish? Then if you take minus, do it normally, nothing to think. If you don't take minus, if it is the overdraft case, do ulta. Simple. But in adjusted cash book, nothing to think about. If it is plus, debit side. If it is minus, credit side. Clear?
So
You want
adjusted cash book, if the balance comes on debit side, it's a unfavorable balance.
credit side. If the balance comes in the credit side, it's unfavorable balance.
Now it is in
Favorable.
side.
No, it's in debit balance.
No, closing balance.
That is also debit only. Debit side is greater than credit
if it
side.
comes on debit side, we have to take C.
I see. Carried forward will always come in the opposite side only. Okay. To figure out whether an account has a debit or credit balance, see the bot down. See where the bot down comes. Where will the bot, even though carried down is 14 lakh 80 and it is coming the credit side, where will this bot down come? Ultimately debit side only. That means it has a debit balance. Don't see this. This is ulta. Always see bot down. Where is bot down you see? That balance there. Easy is whichever side is more, that balance it has. Here if you see, which don't consider this, okay. Excluding balance carried down, which side we have more? Debit or credit? See debits, we have 16 lakh 87. Debit is more than credit. It has a debit balance, favorable. With a cash account, debit, favorable balance. Correct? Done now? One more problem we have to solve. We have 10 minutes. However, we cannot discuss anything else. We'll solve one more problem. Huh? What? Hey. ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ದೆನ್ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತನಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ
ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ಬೇರೆ
ಮಾಡಿ
ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದೇನು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಫ್ you will see here on 31st December 2023 bank statement of Summer and Co was showing a favorable balance. Guys, which balance they are given us? Cash balance, cash book balance or passbook balance? Passbook by bank statement, and then it's a passbook balance. Why madam? This time also bank statement of Summer and Co was showing a favorable. Andre credit balance in passbook or debit balance in passbook? Credit balance in passbook and in cash book it's a favorable balance. We have a favorable balance. We are starting from favorable passbook balance. This this did not agree with the balance in the cash book. On scrutiny of the cash book and bank statement, following discrepancies were found. Okay, first we are starting. Remember, favorable balance passbook we are starting. Deposit of 3825 made on 29 December had not been credited by the bank till 31st December. So what? That means your cash book will be more, passbook is less. We are doing where from passbook angle. We have to add. Check issued for 48,400 not presented for payment till 31st December. Your cash book is more, passbook is less. More, cash book is less. We are doing where from passbook angle. Then on 25th September 23, the firm had entered into hire purchase agreement to pay by bank order the sum of 25,000 on 10th of each month, commencing from October. Where are we? We are in December. This hire purchase payment started on October. For this transaction, no entries have been made in the cash book. So from October till December, 3 payments should have gone. 25 into 3, 75,000. I thought. And it's a bank is directly deducted. That means your passbook is lesser, cash book is more. We are doing the rest from passbook angle. How much? 75. From October to December, 3 months. Next, customer of the firm is the same. A gross banditala. Remember, no? So how much is the discount? 2 lakh into 4%. It is 8,000. Aita, 8,000. And then they have received 1 lakh 92, but this guy has recorded it as 2 lakh. So that means what has happened? Your cash book is more, passbook is less. We are doing there from passbook angle. So we have to add how much? 8,000. Then bank charges directly debited. So passbook is less, cash book is more. Add the passbook. Then dividend of 25,000 collected by bank was not recorded in cash book. So minus. Hey, so simple, man. Answer check ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು
147.
ಓಕೆನಾ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಬಂತಾ
question, how do we know it's we have adjusted cash?
they'll give generally they'll give it in the last. The thing is, I did not read. This is the mistake done by universal CA students. You don't do. First read the question properly. See, I do this mistake even today. That is my problem. I start off. So please read the question around, say till the end, then start. I did not do that. I directly started and then problem. So it is correct only. So done now. So we are done for today. Tomorrow 8 o'clock. Those who are, even if there are 4 students, I will do the class. They'll get the benefit, and however it will be recorded. If you want, you can watch the recording. Okay. But class will start at 8 o'clock. And what I suggest is, it is better if you guys come. Okay. If you come, you can sit here. You can learn. Are you finding it effective?
Yes, sir.
Then if you want to show me some kind of respect, then please show up at 8 o'clock. Okay.